lasagna and egg noodles, bolognese. I was gonna make garlic toast, but we ran out of garlic. All we eat, story time, is going to be about rude people. Yeah.
Nasty ass attitudes.
I don't know what it is, like, who bleeped in your cereal, something, like, it's just bad with the attitudes. So, before we start, we would like to dig into this lusciousness, and there's a video off to the side somewhere, wherever we decide to put it, on how we made both of these items. So, let us enjoy. Itadakimasu.
You left me out on that one.
Sorry, do you want to say it?
No, we're good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Put my foot in it? Oh, that's a big old piece of lasagna in there. Mm-hmm. I would have liked it better if I browned the sides.
Rude folk.
Back to you guys. No. I don't know if you've dealt with, well, everybody's dealt with rude folks before. But it's just like it comes a time where you have to humble yourself. And I can understand if you're having a bad day, like, that's fine. But, like, if you go to a fast food restaurant and say that same person that you see all the time has the same attitude all the time, or when you see random people on the street who have like money, nice cars, stuff like that, and they are just complete a-holes.
Assholes. Dicks.
But if they're like, you know, like you hold the door open for somebody and they don't acknowledge you, or when somebody does acknowledge you, but they have to be nice to you, but you know they don't like you just because of how you look, pretty much judging a book by its cover. That's what we deal with ever since we moved on this side of town. It's a nice side of town. People have money. People are known to have money on this side of town. But like, pull your head out of your ass. Don't feel like you were greater than anybody else. Because remember, you are just an amoeba on a small little planet in this Milky Way, in this universe, in this galaxy. And what you think, and what you think matters, may not matter outside of here. You go to a different country, you need to humble yourself. Because even if we know who you are, and you have a name, you might not mean anything to anybody else in particular. point is, don't be an asshole. Stop thinking you're better than others.
I hate rude ass motherfuckers.
I go into. Give me a second. That's good though. I walk into, I won't say the name of the place, but it is a restaurant. It's not fast food, but it deals with pizza. And
Shit. I get it.
oh, okay. That looked like a good bite too, cheesy.
I mean, it won't fall by the time I got you.
Okay, so here you have that. Welcome to this restaurant, and it's a pizza spot. I won't say the name of the company, but what we do is food delivery, pretty much. We go to this pizza spot. And the girl in there, she acknowledges everybody else. There's other people who do food delivery around this area who got noticed before I did. So then when I finally make my acknowledgement, when she acknowledges me, she seems sweet at first, but then after I got everything, I said thank you. I don't think she heard me, but I did say thank you. And she like makes sure she can say it loud across the whole restaurant. Oh, thank you. You have a nice day. And I was like, oh, it's a little bark that. Good. I said thank you again. And the next time I go back into that restaurant and another order, there's a different woman in her spot. She sees me, and then she's talking to the girl who I would talk to. All of a sudden, they're like laughing and giggling like high school stuff. And then the other woman doesn't acknowledge me, but she sees me. As clear as day, because I knew they were talking about me. And it takes her a minute to acknowledge me. And when she finally acknowledges me, I of course have to get her attention.
Which she should not have to do.
If you've already seen me and you know what I do. She has the biggest attitude. I've never met her before. Never. The biggest attitude. And with that being said, I'm always going to be cordial and polite until you cross me the wrong way, and then I have to tell you about yourself. But in that case, I was just like, let it go. There's another case where I walked into this, was it a Chinese restaurant or a Vietnamese? No, it was Chinese. I remember. Because every time I go to like the Vietnamese restaurants or the Thai restaurants, they're very nice. Japanese restaurants, very nice. And I won't say all Chinese restaurants I've been to aren't nice. It's just certain particular ones that I've been to on this side of town. They're very quick to rush me out the store, which I understand. Like, I'll ask, because we also do food reviews. And as we're doing these deliveries, these are places that we've never heard of, that we would want to try and like give reviews to and shout outs and stuff. So I'll ask, I'll be like, do you have a menu that we can look at, or this, that, and the other? And I won't say anything about the reviews or nothing. I'll just act like I'm trying to get a menu. And they'll look at me with utter disgust. And they'll be like, oh no, you have to go online and look at the menu. When I clearly just seen you give a menu to the person who was in front of me.
It's so good. It is good.
Oh yes, Tim. I like the other one better because they got like the ends brown, but that's good.
This is fine.
So what they'll do is I'll ask them for the menu, of course, and they'll say what they say. You have to go online. We don't have any more menus. And before I can get another word out, they'll be like, okay, bye. I'm like, damn. Okay. It's just like, I'm not trying to stall and sit there because we get everybody's food to them fairly quickly. Still hot, whatever. However, if we're trying to bring in new customers, the last thing you want to do is show off the potential ones. And I think I know the case, and I want to be wrong so bad. I do. But I think I know why we get... It's not even really you. It's just me.
What do you mean?
Why we get shunned.
How was it just you?
Have you gotten shunned yet? Or like rude attitude from people?
Yeah, that's what
My power steering went out in my car. And of course it's a franchise. Well, that's what I'm saying. Never ever had experience, like bad experience every time I've gone to different ones, except for the one on this side now. The guy goes, well, I understand they were closing.
No, first, actually. We get there, and supervisor and other employees, maybe 3 or 4 other employees, just standing around. They see us pull up. Just watch us. Don't even approach us. Say nothing.
In fact, they all run. Like, they don't run, but they all like...
They act like they finally got something to do now.
Right. When they were all just standing there.
Looking around. Just looking around, act like they got something to do. Oh, like, there's something over here I need to fix. Y'all guys are closing one thing.
They're all just walking away. Like, and then they look at us, and then they keep walking away, and then they look at us again.
Supervisor like, being one of them.
And they walk away again. So, I get out of the car. I told Taz to stay in the car. Well, I go inside. And you will start with your part of the story. Because we dealt with the same guy.
Same guy. So a guy approaches me, I'm sitting in the car. A guy approaches me. He's like, can I help you? I was like, my girlfriend just went inside to talk to somebody. And he's like, well, we can't do anything for you right now anyways because we're closed. I'm like, okay.
Comes in, well, first there's another guy. He's actually one of the mechanics. He was like, ma'am, how may I help you? And at the time I didn't know my power steering was out, but that's what I wanted to find out, what was wrong with my car. And Sorry, the other guy comes in with the blue shirt. So he's asking me, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I know you're about to close. But can you find out? Like, can you help? Can you find out what's wrong with the car? And I'm literally on the verge of tears because we have so much stuff that we need to do and pay for, bills, all this other stuff. And we can't do our job without the car. And he literally blatantly looks at me and he's like, oh wow. I don't know, but you look very upset. Like, I'm literally almost on the verge of tears. Yes, of course I'm upset. You seen me when I came inside. And then the other guy comes in that approached her and was like, if there's the insert name here, it's still open over by where you live. I kid you not, I looked at him and I was like, yo, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, like, what makes you think we don't live on this side of town?
Right. So I was like, this is the closest one to where I live. I live over here. He's like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it because computers are down and we're closed.
Stupid.
With the biggest attitude. So they shun us away. After that, I walk outside, and the guy who stated the obvious was looking at the vehicle, which I really appreciated, because at least he went to go look at the vehicle. And he told me what could be wrong without really diagnosing it, because he couldn't. And he was like, you can come back tomorrow. I was like, no. You don't have to worry about that, because the way that he was acting in there, saying that I can go find insert name here on
Our side of town.
Yeah, on our side of town, which happens to be this one, I'm good. Like, not to mention you guys all ignored us. And he was like, well, you know, we were about to close. And I was like, understood.
That's not the point.
But the point is you don't ignore people.
Or make that comment that was made.
You acknowledge them. Let them know that you're closing. Which I already knew that you were closing. And it's just the fact that you let us sit there, looked at us a couple of times, but kept walking away. I had to literally get out of my car for you to see that I'm in distress, and then you turn us away. I'm not mad that you turned us away because you were closing. I'm mad at the fact that we were treated with utter disrespect. And then, most recently, our battery just went out. Like, last night it went out. We go to this other auto place where you can get, like a battery or something. Or parts. And it was about, say when we got there, it was about like 30 minutes until they closed. And I'm standing in the wrong spot. People who are actually working there, like, are passing by me, and this guy who literally like walked around the whole store with stuff in his hand, finally like gets in line and like he gets in front, and I'm like, oh shit, well, whoopsie doodle. Let me go stand over there. Thanks for telling me everybody who's passing right by me. So he gets first, which I didn't mind because I was going to kind of let him go first anyway because he had a lot of stuff in his hand. And he's done being checked out. So the guy who I'm guessing is the manager over there, he He doesn't even look at me. Doesn't lift his head up from whatever he's doing. None of that. He literally goes, "How can I help you?" Like that. While he's doing whatever he's doing. And I was like, well, I need my battery checked. And without still looking at me, he like yells at the other person who after like he actually passed right by me without even saying anything. He looked at me and I thought maybe like he just got serious face because he was joking earlier with like everybody in the store. And then when I get in there and I'm standing where I'm standing, he just kind of looks at me like, ugh, and then keeps walking. So he's like, all right, I got it. Without acknowledging me, he kind of just keeps walking. I'm trying to like hold the door open for him. He ends up going through the other door, and I'm like, okay, you're welcome. I tried. And he's like, where's the vehicle? And you know, it's like you have to be nice type thing. But you really don't want to be because if you're not nice, you'll get fired type. But I can still tell if you're being genuine or not. I point him over to the car. I lift up the hood and he tests my battery. And he's like, yep, it's a bad battery. And I tell him, I'm like, well, I wanted to know if I had a warranty on it or anything, which I did. And we both walk back inside. And he goes, you guys are cutting it close. And I'm thinking, like, with how much charge was left on the battery, I was like, yeah, we just have to jump it. He's like, no, we're about to close in like 20 minutes. And I'm like,
not 5, but 20 minutes.
20 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay, well, one, thanks for shutting it down. Two, that sucks. I'm sorry. I literally apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean any discomfort or anything. So we go inside, and he's yelling. Well, he's not yelling. He's saying, it's a bad battery. And the guy who doesn't acknowledge me the first time, he's like looking at his watch, and he's like, well, how fast do you think we can get it done? And then the other guy goes, well, if I'm doing it, I can get it done within a minute and some change. And I'm like, you have 20 minutes to close and you guys are complaining about a minute and some change? In all reality, it did take like maybe 2-3 minutes for him to change it. But still, out of 20, I understand like you have to go through a whole process of closing. But even then, I don't know. Let me just continue. So he goes to get the battery, and then he comes back out with me, and I'm standing outside making sure he does, you know, the battery, and like not to leave him out there by himself. And what I had noticed was his coworker was actually putting in a battery or checking something with somebody else's car.
He was putting a battery in.
He was putting a battery in? So he was putting a battery in someone else's car. No attitude. Mind you, no fucking attitude. No lip, no nothing. No smack talk, no. Big smile on his face. And he puts the battery in, takes the old battery out. Focus, 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 focus.
Something moved?
Focus. No, it's trying to focus. Camera.
It usually does that when something's moving.
Want to focus? Want to focus? Want to focus? Yeah. So, what was I saying? Where was I? He was putting the battery in. So he was putting the battery in, and he takes the old one out and he drops it on the floor, puts the other one in. And when he's done, he like kicks the battery, the old battery, right? way to his car. Halfway to his car where he's taking his tools back. He goes, "Oh, you can start the car now." I'm like, So, I relay the messages to Taz, and then she turns on the car, and it works great. So I look back and I said, "Thank you." And he goes, "You're welcome," without even looking back at me, nothing, no acknowledgement. He kicked it, and then I said, "Thank you." So I said, "Thank you," and without even looking at me, he goes, "You're welcome," and like, off he goes. So I just get back in the car and I tell her everything. She's like, "What is wrong with people?" Everybody's had an attitude over on this side of town. I won't say everybody. That's nice. Not everybody has had an attitude on this side of town. It's just certain people. And like, part of me feels like if I'm not someone of Caucasian skin or someone who has money, it's just like I get different treatment on this side of town. Or if I don't look to what everybody's standard, I won't say everybody, to what most people's society's standard of what beautiful looks like. And to me, it irritates me because I get different treatment. I literally want to ask the person or the people that I run by who treat other people like that. Who pissed in your cereal this morning? Like, why is it automatically we come up and you got a big attitude? I don't understand. You're entitled to your feelings and how you choose to act upon them, if in good reason, but don't be an asshole. What am I doing to you, or what is she doing to you, or what is anybody doing to you that makes you automatically change your whole train of thought? Alright. To Adam?
No, it's just I hate rude people. That's it. I can't stand them. I like to stay away from people because they're all fucking rude. So other than that, no.
And it changes her whole attitude. It changes her whole attitude. Just like
it pisses me off for the rest of the day, pretty much.
It does. It does. Oh my gosh, it does. Because then I have to deal with the fact that she's upset and I'm trying to like make things better for her, and it's just stuck. It's like it replays in your head, and it's just like you can't believe the shit that comes out of people's mouth, or you can't believe how they act or their actions, and it's just like it happens. And the sad part is there's nothing we can do about it to change it, because they're going to feel the way that they're going to feel. So, you guys tell us, leave in the comments, what is the worst rude experience you've ever had to go through?
How often do you have to deal with it?
Yes. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget that we love you, gods and goddesses, goddesses and gods. We love you to infinity
And beyond.
Can I give them kisses too?
My kisses.